Australian Border Force officers are questioning this Czech couple who say they are here for their honeymoon. But their excessive amount of luggage for a 5-day stay is causing some concern.
So the passengers are travelling with 4 large bags, and all the bags seem unusually heavy.
A swab has been taken from the lining of one of their suitcases to indicate if they have been in contact with any illicit substances. It's a positive result for traces of a narcotic, and while the passengers are admitting nothing, the suitcase is immediately taken to a secure examination room to check for any signs that it may have been tampered with.
There's definitely some glue being used. You can smell the glue.
A quick look under the lining of the case indicates it may have a false bottom.
This plastic's been glued down. Can you smell it?
Yeah.
And you can feel it too.
Yeah.
Suspecting there may be a concealment hidden underneath, the case is taken to be x-rayed, and major alarm bells start ringing as the image reveals a large amount of unexplained organic material in the base.
So you can see dense structure at the back of the bag, and that is consistent with the concealment. A normal bag doesn't contain that. There's something in there that shouldn't be in there.
When the case is x-rayed from a different angle, their suspicions are confirmed.
So we can clearly see on this x-ray that there are 6 individual packages in the back of the bag. The bag is very heavy. The packages are very dense in material. We're not sure what this substance is yet, but we're of the strong opinion that this is a concealment of one form or another of narcotics.
Open it.
In the examination room, a corner of the false bottom glued into the case has been lifted, revealing the concealment underneath.
It's bricks wrapped in black plastic and then with like clear wrapping around the black. I reckon we should just drill in this little corner here. I'll hold it up for you and you drill it, okay?
As they pierce the outer shell, it's not long before they reach the contents.
So there's a white powder that's just come out on the drill.
Initial swab tests indicated the passengers may have been in contact with cocaine, but further testing will now be carried out to confirm exactly what the substance is. Outside, the couple are refusing to answer any more questions as attention turns to the rest of their luggage. A Border Force detector dog will run over the bags to give an indication if they contain any illegal substances. If the dog sits, officers know they could potentially be dealing with a huge haul of narcotics. The investigation will now be stepped up.
It looks like all 4 bags will be loaded. We're just about to start.
The suitcases will be checked for possible concealments, while back in the examination room, a narcotics indicator test will determine exactly what substance they are dealing with.
That's positive. We've got cocaine.
It's confirmation that this couple are drug smugglers, but suddenly it's all too much for the female passenger. As she collapses, Border Force officers act quickly as they know it could be life-threatening.
Yes, to go in the room, we need to get a medical response ASAP.
Officers are concerned that the woman could be carrying drugs internally.
Regardless of whether they are important drugs or not, we have to look after the passenger's health. So that's our first concern, so we will call in a response team from the ambulance service and they'll do an assessment on the passenger.
As she falls to the floor, ambulance officers arrive.
The interpreter's asked, has she taken any drugs prior to getting on the flight? And he's saying, and when I asked him, does she take drugs now? He said he's away, he's a truck driver, he's away a week at a time, so he doesn't know.
The couple's remaining 3 suitcases are taken to be x-rayed as the passenger's condition is assessed. On the x-ray image, all 3 bags appear to contain very few personal items, but closer inspection reveals that the bases all have identical concealments.
You see how much glue is on them?
Yeah.
Like, there's that much glue.
Officers now know for sure that all 4 bags contain what will total many kilos of narcotics, but they're yet to discover if there are any hidden internally. Meanwhile, Border Force officers have confirmed that all 4 suitcases belonging to the woman and her husband have packages of organic material concealed in the base.
Blocks in the back of the bag, but they haven't made any admissions.
The Australian Federal Police have been called after extensive testing confirmed what all the packages contain.
We've done a first offender test, an ion scan test and a NIC test. All have come back positive for cocaine.
In the room, after a thorough examination, ambulance officers have determined that the condition of the female passenger is not as serious as first thought.
She was low on oxygen, I think, because she went down into fetal position, wasn't breathing properly. They put her on oxygen. We've got her sitting up now, and the vitals appear good.
I would say that we're looking at a case where the passengers have realised they've done something wrong. So it's just an anxiety attack. We don't think that there's a concealment involved. The passenger is moving around too freely for that. So really, they've been caught, they're not happy about it, then they're having a physical reaction to that.
The couple have still not admitted to anything, and as her husband is taken into police custody, it seems the female passenger has one more highly unusual stalling tactic.
The female passenger is being non-compliant by removing her apparel, and we've had to give her a smock.
After attempting to rip off her clothing, Australian Federal Police have sufficiently covered the woman to escort her to a nearby police station where she will be charged.